Okay, we should be up and rolling. There we go. You should hear me now, Juddigon.
Hey.
All right, so we just before we, jeez, Demon, you are going absolutely insane. What is wrong with you?
Kitty.
All right, so just you just start babbling on about anything for a second, so that way we get a little bit of get our mic check going, so that way you sound good.
Awesome. Cool. I just got home from a card show.
Yeah, I mentioned. Yeah, I heard you. Sorry. Yeah, I heard you talk about that yesterday during stream. How was that?
I have never been to a card show. I did not know what to expect. There was just so many people. Thankfully, I didn't spend too much.
You didn't spend too much.
Not too much, like maybe $40. But like no, I've had worse. I've had worse bouts of spending.
Worse bouts of spending. Hey, to be fair, man. Whenever I go into a card shop, I wind up spending about $100 worth of stuff. So I'm guilty. But I haven't gone to a card shop in a while. Yeah, I haven't gone to a card shop in a while, so I'm yeah, I'm investing all my money into my tattoo.
Oh, that's true. Those can be expensive.
Oh yeah. Yes. Okay, well, it looks like everything sounds good on our end, so
yay.
I've been waiting to say this for a while. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all the fellow pokeNERDS of the world, welcome to the Season 4 premiere of the pokeNERDS Inc. podcast! Yo, guys, we have made it to Season 4. I cannot believe it. Almost 2 years later, 4 seasons in, and God, I cannot believe the journey we've had so far. We've had an amazing journey to get to this point, y'all, and oh crap, I forgot to turn off ads, so give me a moment to turn those off. Alright, turn that off. Okay, we're good. So yeah, guys, just to start off, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you all so much for not only being interested in this podcast series, but also for allowing the people who I asked to come on this show. You are so welcoming and grateful to them as I am. So guys, again, I always say this, a content creator is nothing without their audience, and you guys are absolutely amazing. So thank you all so much for being a part of this journey of mine and being a part of the guest journey as well. So guys, seriously, thank you all so much. But speaking of the guest, it's a damn travesty if you don't know who this man is. But
no one knows who I am.
Everyone knows who you are, man, but allow me to formally introduce you to this man if you don't know who he is already. This man is a shiny hunting extraordinaire. He has some of the loudest reactions to shinies I have ever seen on this platform, and that goes against my Darkrai reaction and Feebas's and Reversal's Feebas, to put it lightly. But just overall, this man is an absolute shining star in the Pokemon community. He is a huge inspiration. He is a bloody night owl. He is a lot of words are said about this man, but just an overall big heart is also what this man is described as. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to pokeNERDS Inc. the one and only Juddigon!
Hey, thank you for having me.
No, hey, dude, thank you so much for coming on this show and just taking the time out of your day. Because if I'm not mistaken, you are a full-time content creator.
I am. It is 11 p.m. for me, so this is morning for me.
Yeah, so this is actually a first for me because this is the first time on the show I have interviewed a full-time creator. Every other guest I've had has been a part-time creator. So seriously, man. So yeah, thank you again. Thank you for taking the time. Hey, it's an honor to have you on the show. It's an absolute honor. All right, so without further ado, why don't we get into the interview?
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm excited.
So you're also going to learn about me because this isn't just about you. So
Of
first thing,
course. I would
so
love that.
all right, so the first thing we do is that we introduce ourselves and explain the type of content we produce, and also just a little bit of a retrospective of our Twitch journeys, like when we started, how we got into it, where we are now. Just just give us the whole backstory. So Juddigon, you have the floor. Let us know.
Oh gosh, what didn't I do?
That's the question.
What didn't I do? Well, I started streaming around January 31st, 2023, if I'm not mistaken. I think that is my streamerversary date. Um, Prior to going full time, I was working as a sommelier, which is basically the wine guy, the guy who pours the wine for people at
Interesting.
like restaurants and stuff. And I had worked as a sommelier for 3 years. Prior to that, I was working as what was I working as? I was working as a personal trainer,
So
and
that's why I
before
like
that,
to
a
lift
teacher.
weights.
Yeah, yeah. It's always been part of my routine, just staying active and stuff. But yeah, that's how I got started. I was at a point in my career as a sommelier where I just wasn't feeling like I was headed anywhere because studying wine can be super expensive. 'Cause some bottles of wine just getting to study them is impossible for me, and like taking certifications and stuff. It costs like hundreds and hundreds of dollars to just get certifications done for yourself. So I was at a point in my career as a sommelier where I was like, I'm not going anywhere. What's next for me? Because like money wise, that's not nothing's gonna happen. So I was like, what do I love? I love Pokemon. So I was like, you know what? Let's just do this for fun. Because one night I was like I was just feeling down, and I didn't know what I was gonna do. So I had already set up back then. Was I on Streamlabs? I was on Streamlabs OBS at the time, which we many of us know all the time. But that was where I had gotten started with streaming, and I think around 6 months into streaming, I I was like, oh gosh, it's like picking up. I can quit my job, and so I did. I quit my job at around when did I quit my job? Around June, July, which was around my birthday, 2023. I'd quit my job. I jumped right into full time content creation. Well, initially just full time streaming, and then right now I'm getting into full time content creation, which is as I've learned very different from just just streaming. And so I've been here. I've been here. I started with Masuda hunting, and I was very much against Dynamax Adventures because I really dislike the fact that some runs can take around 20 minutes or so. So I dislike Dynamax Adventures, but I got hooked on Dynamax Adventures thanks to some friends and like collabs and stuff. And so I've been doing like I like to call it Pokemon variety. So I play a bit of Unite. I play anything that's Pokemon basically. I play anything that is Pokemon. So that is me. And I like to scream apparently.
You like to scream.
I love to scream.
It wouldn't be a Juddigon stream if you didn't scream.
People would be worried if I didn't scream.
Yeah, that's like the key factor. If you didn't scream, you're like, okay, something's wrong with our Juddy. What's happening? What's wrong?
But yes. How about you though? How about you? I've never gotten the lore.
The lore.
I need
So
the lore.
So my journey into content creation kind of started pretty much since I was a teenager, but I didn't actually start until, a certain point. So before then, I was a major YouTube binge watcher. I would watch pretty much all the major boys from YouTube, MJ TV, MJ TV, Patters, Gamer Boy Luke, all those guys. I would watch all of them and just love their content. And I'm like, man, I really want to do this so bad. I've never like there's some things in life where you just really want to do something, but at the same time you don't know how exactly to start. It's doing it, and I didn't know what to do. So around 2019, I actually sent an email to M&J TV, and I didn't think I would get a response back. I was asking him basically just to, if he could give me some advice on how to start like a Twitch channel and get into content creation that way. And to my surprise, he actually responded.
Wow, you actually got a response.
Yeah,
What do you say?
Um, I can't. Just some basic things on how to get started, and
Right.
and like I actually wanted to try and like I asked him specifically. The thing I asked him was about Katsu Kitty, who for years was like the main go-to for putting capture cards in DSs. But when I emailed him, he told me that Katsu Kitty was bankrupt and out of service, and I'm like, ah, damn. So I had to kind of, yeah. So I kind of had to wait until around 2020 because that's when I was well and diversed in using the Switch, and also when I got a little bit of money from the government for being at home all the time. So I invested that money into my first startup PC, and I started streaming with the Elgato streaming software, which you think Streamlabs OBS is stupid? That was stupid.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I
had
know.
No idea Elgato had a software.
Yeah, I had no idea. I had no idea what I was doing for months. But about 3 months in, I learned about how to use OBS and a few other things, and I did a simple surprise lock, which is a wonder lock in Sword and Shield terms, on
Oh yeah.
in Shield, and I just started going off from there. Then I started shiny hunting more, and about 6 months into my journey, I'm like, okay, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I need to get some advice. So it wasn't until I got raided for the first time when I finally started to understand how Twitch worked as a platform.
Oh my gosh, raiding. I had no idea how to raid when I first started either.
Yeah, I didn't know what a raid was until I finally got one. That's how naive I was.
Do you still remember who raided you the first time?
Of course, he's still one of the mainstays of my channel, Power Punch Plays. He was actually the first guest on this show.
Oh, no way!
Yeah.
John was your first raid? That's awesome. I had no idea.
Yeah, he was the first person who ever raided me.
I was like so shocked when I got my first raid.
I know, me too.
The person who first raided me, he doesn't. I don't believe he streams anymore, which is a shame. His name was Pluckles, and he I believe he was doing a Nuzlocke. No, he was doing Kaizo Ironmon. I remember because I was like, "What's Kaizo Ironmon? What's that?" I was like, I'd never heard of Kaizo Ironmon at the time.
Yeah, I didn't really understand what Ironmon was until I started watching Shine Patrol.
Yeah, I didn't know the difference between like what was that super? Is a super Ironmon or something? I don't know. There's like different terms.
Like we have Nuzlocke, a hardcore Nuzlocke, Kaizo Ironmon, Ironmon, Monotype Lock. We have so many different types of variations of. We have so many variations of Nuzlocks. That's another one I haven't tried yet. A Sleep Lock. We have Soul Links.
I've never done a Soul Link before.
Me neither. I was actually gonna do them before my. It's not that it's hard. It's just that it's hard finding the right partner. Like I was actually gonna do one last year before my mind.
Too.
Yeah, that too. I was actually gonna do one last year before I had all my mental health issues. So that was
right.
It's on the back burner for this year. So hopefully I get to do it this year.
What game are you thinking?
We're doing a Black 2, White 2.
My favorite games.
Mine too. Mine too. We'll talk about that later.
I love that.
But yeah, after I learned a little bit more about streaming, I finally got affiliated in January 2021, and it's taken off from there. Wow. Of course, I've had my struggles as a creator. I've had my struggles as a person, but after fighting so many battles, it's all about getting back up on the horse and then finding the determination, the will, and the passion to do this stuff again.
Absolutely, I agree.
Yeah, I'm just glad I had some good friends in my back corner who didn't give up on me when my mind went to crap.
That's awesome. Not everyone has that, like a support system who actually gets it,
Yeah. I got some good peeps. All right, so the next portion is the origin of our channel names. So obviously, it can be pretty obvious where Juddigon comes from, but give us the real backstory
Not
as
at
to
all.
where it comes from.
Well, so I had been hanging out on Twitch since like the peak pandemic times, like 2020, 2021. I'd already been hanging out on Twitch, but I hadn't I had a different account back then. So when I decided to start streaming, I was like, I gotta start fresh. I gotta make a brand new account and a brand new name. And I was like racking my head for like ideas of what to call myself. Because at the time I really loved Mudkip because Swampert is my favorite fully evolved starter Pokemon. But I was like, Judkip just doesn't do it for me. I was like, ugh, that sucks. And I was like, what about Dunsparce? That kind of sounds like Judd, right? Judd Sparse. So I was like, that's no, that doesn't work. So I was like, I was looking through the Gen 5 Pokedex because I really, really, really love Gen 5. And I was like, oh, Juddigon. Oh, and no one at the time I didn't know anyone else who actually liked or knew about Juddigon. So I was like, okay, it's like niche enough that no one else is going to have named themselves after Juddigon. And I checked every social media platform at the time. I was like, okay, there's no Juddigon on Twitch, there's no Juddigon on YouTube, there's no Juddigon on Twitter. I was like, this might be it. This might be it. So I was like, I finished creating my account and everything, and I made Juddigon everywhere, and as slowly but surely everyone has started calling me Juddy. I was like, I always introduce myself as Judd or Juddigon, and then like 2 months into streaming, everyone was like, hey Juddy, how are you doing, Juddy? I was like, okay, that's my nickname now.
Yeah.
That's it.
Like, that's why I like to be straightforward with people, because my legal name is Spencer, so people call me Spence.
Mhm.
It's just kind of, bare basic nickname that people can just call me.
Right.
But yeah, Judd, you'll be surprised to hear that the Poke Network is not my original channel name.
Oh, dun dun dun.
Yeah, it's
I wonder what it
actually
was. I wonder what it was.
well, it's actually, well, let me just give you the origin first. So, see, I always knew I wanted to be a Pokemon creator when I created my channel name. So I wanted Pokey to be my username to like be as an identifier, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to thinking, so Pokey something. So in college, I went for business administration, and I can't tell you how many times I had to do a group project just to get through one of the courses. So
Oh.
that involves a lot of networking. So I'm like, Pokey Network. Oh. I was like, huh,
Oh.
this has a kind of a click to it. Poké Network. That sounds cool. So I put it into Twitch, and obviously it's taken by some unactive random account. So I'm like, what am I gonna do? So I wanted to be something as a unique standpoint, because the Poké Network at the time didn't really stick to me. So I went with S Poké Network.
S Poke Network.
Yeah, because S is just comes from my name Spence, because that's just my
Spence,
name.
yeah. S
So,
Poke Network.
but here's the problem. The problem
Spoke
was
Network.
you identified it right away.
Yeah, because
The
when I read people's
mispronunciations.
usernames, yeah, it's like that's the first thing whenever I see someone like whenever I see a first time chatter, I'm like I struggle to read their username because like what is that? How did you read that?
See,
Spoke Network.
I know. So the problem is that I did, like, professionally I put a hyphen between the S and the P. But hyphens can't be used on Twitch, and I don't like using underscores, so S and P were right next to each other. Hopefully one day they'll change that.
Oh. Yeah, why can't you use hyphens? What is
I
up with
don't
that?
know.
Why is everyone against hyphens? What's so wrong about hyphens?
I don't know. But yeah, Spoke Network, Spoken, S-Poke, geez, so many mispronunciations. I got tired of it. So in
I
January
would have called you
2023,
Spokey.
yeah, there's a good amount of people that call me Spokey too. But anyway,
Spokey.
so in January 2023, I
Wow.
rebranded, and it's been a massive change because now I feel like it's more presentable, and it's
I
I
like
guess
it.
it's more professional. uh but yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe one of these days I could, if the account goes away, I could just drop the "the" and just go Poké Network. But until then, I'm
Just
just
Poké Network. Mm-hmm.
yeah, it'd be as simple as that. But unfortunately, I gotta stick with my guns, and
Who
this
is
with
this? Wait, let me look them up. Poké Network. I'm curious now.
they're just an inactive
Oh my.
account. Oh my what?
Yeah. I don't see them. Why
Maybe
don't
I
I
don't know.
see
Maybe
Poké Network?
I don't know. Maybe the name's removed. I have no idea. But anyway, I'm too far in to go back. Yeah, I'm
Oh
too.
yeah, you're right. I see them now.
Yeah, there you
Yeah, I
are.
see
See,
them.
yeah, I'm too
Dang.
far gone.
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
So yeah, that's where all that comes from. But yeah, you said Judd. So is Judd your name, or is it Nick?
It is. It is. I have
Oh,
always struggled with the word because it's not a common name in the Philippines.
oh,
Not at all.
all
Yeah,
right.
because whenever I'd introduce myself in like elementary school, everyone would be like John, and I try to enunciate Judd, and then they mishear it, and it's like Jan. I'm like, no, it's Judd. And I spell it out, Judd, and they're like, oh, Jude, and I'm like, no, no.
What? Well, hey, I think you got a really good, unique name, and I'm not. I wouldn't be one of those people. Like if I mess your pronounce your name once, I won't do it again.
I've grown to really love my name now because it came from apparently my mom and my dad came up with it together. So that's one of the things I know they got along with before
Yeah.
they split. So that's I'm happy with it now.
I hear you. My sister actually gave me my middle name, but for years I was so against it because it
Oh,
was yeah. But for years I was so against it because it didn't really stand to myself. But as I grown
oh,
closer to my sister, I can appreciate the name more.
oh, that's true. That's true.
Okay, so why don't we actually get into the nitty gritty details and let's pick your brain on what makes you the Poke nerd you are.
Ooh, yeah.
So to start off, what is your favorite Pokemon and why?
It used to be Swampert. It used to be Swampert. I don't know. There was just something about like Mega Swampert in like Auras that I really really liked because at the time, um, I think the Auras days that was around the last year of my college days, and at the time that was when I had started going to the gym, and I was like. So a Swampert goes from this to that. I'm like, that's very inspirational. So that's why I really, really liked Mega Swampert at the time.
Yeah, me
But
too.
then these days, I'm more I don't know, whenever people ask me who my favorite Pokemon is, I bounce between two Pokemon. Juddigon for, for obvious reasons, and also Finizen. There's a clip of it that I didn't send you, but it was hilarious. I can't find it, but so I have this redeem on my channel where I basically use my Filipino accent, and in I don't know in the Filipino alphabet we don't have F, we don't have V. So whenever we read words from languages that do have those letters, we transform them into B and P. So when I pronounced Finizen, when I had the Filipino accent redeem on, it sounded hilarious. So that's why I love Finizen now.
That's very, very interesting. I mean, I like
is-
Finison because it's the first, finally, we got the first dolphin Pokemon ever, but I've never heard a
Right.
story like that.
Oh.
Ugh. The things we realize because of Twitch, you know?
Yes.
But yeah, Swampert is actually my favorite Gen 3 starter because I'm a Gen 3 baby, which I'll talk more later on.
Oh yes. I grew up on Gen 3.
I
Even
know,
though my
me
first Pokemon game was Gen 1. Gen 1 Blue.
Yeah. It should be fair. It should be fairly obvious what my favorite Pokemon is. I mean, after all, I got the damn line tattooed on my arm.
Oh wow.
So yeah.
Sheesh, that is amazing.
So yeah, Obstagoon has become my favorite overall for a plethora of
You know what
reasons.
I noticed with Obstagoon, why does Lacey I don't know, I know you know Lacey, right, from Blueberry Academy?
Yeah.
She does the Obstagoon pose. She does the cross thingy.
I
She
think
does
it.
the cross thingy.
I think it was mainly to symbolize that your answer was wrong.
I know, but I found it so funny that she
I
does
know.
the Obstagoon pose. I wish she had
Yeah.
an Obstagoon. That would have fit her very well.
Oh, if she had an Obstagoon, I would have questioned reality because she's a fairy trainer. But any. But yeah, let's start off. Obstagoon jumped in my top 10 when it was introduced because of looks alone, because I just thought it looked so badass. And they did something new when they gave the Galarian Linoon a brand new evolution because it's in the Galarian. I don't know how to explain it. So, so when I finally got to use it in Sword and Shield, it was on my very first sword team, and this thing is a monster when you set it up properly. Given max attack, max speed, adamant nature with a gut set, flame war facade, this thing can wreck house. Like I remember one time I was doing a VGC battle, and this girl had a shiny Dracovish on her team, and when it was my Obstagoon's turn to attack, I used Facade, did O-code it, and she's like, yo, what the hell does Facade do? Because she was so shocked that I O-code it. She was so shocked that I O-code it. But yeah, that was that.
Wow.
But for 10 years prior to this, Darkrai was my favorite Pokemon of all time.
Darkrai.
Yeah.
Oh, is that
Now
why you have the colors?
What do you mean the
The
colors?
Darkrai colors. The colors for your channel.
Oh,
It looks
no,
very
that.
Darkrai X.
Well, no, that's just me because my favorite colors have always been black and red, so that's kind of like my theme of it. But Darkrai was my favorite for a long time because of the Rise of Darkrai movie, and I just thought it looked so cool and it was
I
so
remember that.
badass.
It is. It is.
Yeah. But yeah, when I started the channel, I needed a Pokemon mascot, so I didn't want to use Darkrai because Patters was using Darkrai as like a co-mascot along with like Rowlet and Subnoodle.
Wait, really?
Yeah, like like some of his older videos, there's like is like intro sequence where he has like Rowlet and Darkrai.
Oh. Oh. I can kind of sort of picture it.
Yeah, it was a fun thing. So I looked around to see if anyone was using Darkrai as a Obstagoon as a mascot, and no one was. So it became the mascot, the face of the channel,
Oh, that's
and
perfect.
that's how it like jumped to my favorite list. Now Darkrai is my number 3 favorite because of my love-hate relationship with it.
Oh, that's true. My God, how long did you spend on that again?
1 year, 9 months, 3 weeks in 1 day.
Oh no, and I thought my Regice was rough. Ew.
Yeah. Ew. We'll talk about that later.
Bro.
But yeah. Alright, so as a shiny hunter, you have your favorite list of shinies, but which one stands at the top of the mountain? Which shiny do you think, which shiny is your favorite?
Oh, that is so tough.
If you have to pick
Buzzwole.
Buzzwole? What? What? Are you joking?
No, cause like it looks like Bane from Batman.
Bane?
Like
I'm,
the green, yeah, like the green like whatever the veins, the gross green fluids.
you mean it's muscles?
Buzzwole. Yeah, his muscles are green.
I
And
have.
he probably drank green Gatorade or whatever. They don't
No
make
one's.
green Gatorade here anymore. What happened to green Gatorade?
I don't know. Well, this is actually a first because no one has said an Ultra Beast as their favorite shiny Pokemon. So you're another first.
Yay! We need like a bingo board for that.
I have yet to make a bingo board. Like as a shiny hunter, I just don't see the appeal of a bingo board. Even though I shiny hunt a lot of things, I never see the appeal of it.
I I I don't do bingo boards because I can never remember to cross things off of them. That's why I don't do bingo boards.
Yeah. I mean, I'm doing this series where I'm shiny hunting the least favorite Pokemon of all the guests of this series, so I have to cross them off by finding their shiny, so I know when to cross them off.
Oh, yeah, you would need to remember a troop to cross them off.
Yeah. So is that your final answer, Buzzwole? Ding!
Yes, Buzzwole. I'm locking it in. It's Buzzwole.
Well, mine is actually a starter, and it's in Origins from Gen 6.
Oh, it's not Greninja, is it?
Guilty.
Because I mean, that's the channel's colors. It's also red and black.
Yeah. It's red, black. It's red,
Yeah.
black, blue, and gray. That's what I like.
Plus
I love.
You have, yeah, that makes sense. Plus you have the emotes.
Yeah, I have the emo too. Like, if Greninja Shiny wasn't so epic to me, it would have been Rayquaza because, you know.
Shocker.
What? I said I'm a Gen 3 baby. I like Shiny Rayquaza. It's one of my favorite shiny legendaries. It's actually my favorite legendary to this date. But
It
yeah,
is cool though. I love
but yeah.
Rayquaza.
Yeah, it's not just the shiny that's cool to me. Greninja's been one of my favorite Pokemon since, you know, it came about. It's so epic. It wrecks house. And the anime was cool.
Insane back in the day.
Care to explain?
Protein?
Oh yeah,
Protein was,
I thought you said something else.
Protein was amazing.
Yeah, protein, prime protein was so cool. Protein nowadays, bleh. Yeah, just so many wrong things with protein these days. Actually, speaking of, when the Greninja, like the Unraveled Greninja raid den came into place, the second I caught it, I started shiny hunting it.
Same. That was actually my first ever Masuda hunt.
Oh, really?
Ever. Mm-hmm.
How many eggs?
1,367. It took me 3 days of streaming to finally hatch it. I was actually debating on that being like my featured clip, but that was such a long time ago. That was in 2023. I still had my old layout. It was crazy.
Divide that number by 10, and that's probably what I got. I got mine at 133.
Oh, that's so lucky.
Yeah, but I'm a cracked Masuda hunter. Most of my Masuda hunts, most of them are done within the first 300 eggs.
Dang. I mean, if I added everything up and I got like the average, I'd probably be around there. But what ends up happening is I'll have like a handful of like single digit Masudas. And then all of a sudden I'll be getting like 4-digit Masudas. I'm like, no.
I have been able
stop.
to. I The singlest digit Masuda hunt I've ever gotten was 2.
Same.
What did you find?
I've never gotten like a 1 egg shiny. Mine was 2 egg pumpkaboo.
Mine was Bulbasaur.
Oh, both grass types.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, Greninja just takes the cake. That's my favorite. That's my favorite shiny. It's actually also my second favorite Pokemon of all time.
Well, that makes sense. Greninja. I did a survey once in like I used to be in like this Philippine Pokemon group back in the day. We did a survey once for like New Year's, like what's like everyone's like we got like a bunch of responses from people in the community, like who's your favorite Pokemon, and Greninja was at the top of the list. It was the Philippines' favorite Pokemon for a year back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Greninja.
Gotta love that Gothwog.
Mm-hmm.
They gotta love that Gothwog.
The Froggy.
Fwog.
Little Froggy. Frog.
All right, so what about your favorite type? What's your favorite type of Pokemon?
Oh, type is difficult. I would probably say a dragon.
Just because of the Juddigon, or
Just because of, well, initially because of Juddigon, but then I'm getting more and more into TCG, and I really like the idea of like the dragon typing having no like weaknesses. Well, usually they don't have weaknesses. I still don't play the TCG, but like I sometimes read the card apart from looking at the like cool art on it.
yeah, even to this day, I still pull cards, but I don't understand how to play this game.
Same. What card is that?
That's full art Chansey from shit. What set was this? Uh,
Oh,
Shaded Fables, or the one with
Shrouded
the
Fable.
yeah, Shrouded Fable, yeah.
This is the one on my desk.
Aw, adorable Juddigon, of course.
Silver Tempest, Trainer Gallery Juddigon.
One of my favorite TCG cards. I have to pull out from my box over here.
Ooh, you have a box.
I have multiple
Where's
boxes.
a box?
Like, I know
Way
this
too many
card.
boxes too.
Yeah, like I know this card isn't worth much, but it is my favorite. Is my favorite one.
Oh,
Just because of
see?
simply because of the art style.
That looks so organized.
Organized to an extent.
At least it's organized to an extent. I'm just
Ah,
disorganized
here we are.
to a severe extent.
The Lugia V.
Oh, Luigia! Wait, that's from the same set as this.
Yeah, Silver
That's from
Tempest.
Silver Tempest.
I don't have the $300 one, but I think this one's cooler.
That's still pretty cool.
Yeah.
That is pretty sick. Oh my god, I love that. I've been trying to open more Silver Tempest these days. One to try to pull for the Juddigon, but also to get a Luigia.
Unfortunately for me.
Luigi.
Now, unfortunately for me, all my money's going into this.
Is that an Astral Radiance ETB that you're using as a box?
I got Astral Radiance, Lost Origin. I got freaking 10 ETBs in the bottom of my nerd cabinet down there, and I have
wow.
like 4 more below my my boy's memorial stand. I bought in a lot of ETBs.
I only started collecting around Stellar Crown, so I'm good. The tat is worth it though. So
Indeed, I
cute.
can agree. I was like, it took me a while to just bite the bullet and finally start it, but it's been so worth it. But yeah, any other reasons why Dragon's your favorite?
No, that's it. That's pretty much it. I just like the fact that I don't know, I struggled to use dragon types back when I was much younger for some reason. Well, one because they take so long to level up. And I guess that's a commentary on sometimes good things taking so long for them to happen, but it's worth the wait.
Not not in the case of Hydreigon.
Oh no, oh no, no, no. Because by the time you get to level 64, the game's over.
Yeah, I know. That's the
It's
biggest thing.
done.
Out of all the pseudos out there, Juddigon, I mean Hydreigon takes the longest to evolve. It's so stupid. It's one of my favorite Pokemon of all time, and yet it freaking takes forever to evolve. I hate
So
it.
sad.
I hate it. Like I had to like when I did a dark only Nuzlocke in Black 2 and I had to like alter the game so that way Hydreigon could evolve
Oh
earlier so that way I could
no.
have it by the time I reach the end because
Right.
Iris gets to use a Hydreigon. Why can't I?
I know. Like I would have loved it. I would have loved it even if like if it evolved fully at like 44, 40. That would have been okay, but like 64? No.
There's more I could talk about that, but if you haven't figured it out already, my favorite type is dark.
It looks like it. It looks like it.
It looks like it. There's more to it than just that. You see, dark types always get a bad rep, and they are always classified as the evil type because that's literally what it's called, the
The
evil type.
translation, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I've always connected with dark types because I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I've had a pretty fucked up past, and there's a lot of bad shit that's happened to me, and I kind of feel like akin to dark types because they always get a bad rep. They're always shat on, and it's just like why can't the dark types just be loved? I want to be loved, and
I
I am
know.
loved. And the dark types, and I love the
Mm-hmm.
dark types, so then they have love.
Exactly,
And
exactly.
I mean, to be fair, my top five favorite Pokemon are all dark types: Obstagoon, Greninja, Hydreigon, Darkrai, Umbreon.
Umbi's up there. Oh, I love that.
Yep, always loved Umbreon.
Umbi.
I mean, heck, I actually got a shiny Umbreon plushie in the
Shiny
nerd cabinet.
Umbi. Ah, shiny Umbi. It's a baby.
Yep,
Little
Umbre.
baby.
Yeah, my little.
Hungry. I still don't have the SAR of that from Terrestrial Festival. It needs to
No.
come out for me soon.
Come on,
That thing is
Umbreon.
expensive.
Be good. Be good to the man. Be
Be
good.
good. Be good, Umbi. Please. Come here, baby.
Awesome.
Here.
Okay, so we kind of touched on it a little bit earlier, but your favorite Pokemon game. Explain to us why it is the majesty, the glorious, the absolutely amazing Black 2 White 2.
The simple answer that I always like to just say when I'm on stream is I just love the story. Just love the story of Black 2 and White 2.
I know, me too.
But there's more to it than that I don't normally get to touch on when I'm streaming because I never have the time. But now I have the time today, so that's good. I'm gonna
Yes.
I'm gonna talk about it.
Come on, talk about it. Come on, talk about it. Let me know. Let me know
So
the juicy details.
when Black 2 and White 2 had just come out, I was in college and I was going through hell. I was going through because I don't know if anyone else or if you have gone through this back during your college days, but at the time I was going through the pain of transition pretty much from like your routine from high school because you grow up if you grow up a certain way and then you're be like thrown into like the real world like after graduating it can take you off guard. You never expect life to be the way it is, and that to me was what happened. And around the time I was graduating from college, I was really struggling to find work because growing up I was a straight A student. I was a straight A student. If I wasn't like the top of my class, I always tried to be like up there, and that had always been my way of sort of proving who I was to the people around me. So I always grew up feeling like I had to prove myself. I had to do certain things. I had to reach certain goals, certain achievements, and when you're thrown into the real world, those achievements don't mean anything oftentimes. And you often find yourself in places where you can't achieve those things because that's not how the real world works. And you
Exactly.
shouldn't be chasing for achievements, right? Yeah. And so Black 2 and White 2 was the game that had just come out at the time. And uh, going through these major changes, I found myself in a state of anxiety and depression. And Black 2 and White 2 was just sort of my escape. Um, I didn't have a DS at the time, so I was using less than legitimate means, and I was always on YouTube as well. I was always on YouTube as well. I was watching the people at the time. I don't know who. I don't know who I used to watch. Munching Orange. I used to watch Munching Orange a lot.
Well, cool.
Um, and I would leave his videos on as I would try to fall asleep from day to day. I would just have his like back in the day they didn't have like long videos. Back in the day they used to have like those like episode 1, episode 2, episode 3 and like playlists of that on YouTube. These days it's just all like one long form video. But that's what I used to do back when I was in college, and Black 2 and White 2 was a huge part of that, and that is why I love Black 2 and White 2. Mm.
Yeah. I mean, I actually can relate with you to a personal extent because I always felt like I
Mhm.
had to be like the top of everything when it comes to my academics
Yeah.
or like achievements during the grade school days because I just felt like because none of my family ever graduated from high school.
Oh.
So I just felt like I had to be the top of the class or whatnot. But I mean, I was like a straight A B student. I wasn't straight A's. I didn't go straight A's till I was in college, and that's when the achievement to actually graduate kind of like started weighing on my
Mm-hmm.
shoulders. But
Right.
yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. That can be super tough. For me, I was the opposite. Everyone in most of the people in my family were like high achievers. So I was like, how do I compete with that? Because I always felt like I had to, but you don't really have to. It's like it's your
I know.
life.
I know. I didn't realize this till like years later, and I just realized that
Right.
the stuff that I was trying to do like it didn't matter much, and I just had to
Mm-hmm.
just learn to live and forget, and also just move on from anything that I ever did. Because in all honesty, like when I think about my legacy, I think about this because there's some way somehow there's going to be some presence of me in the virtual world. So anything that I do on this platform, this is going to be my legacy. This is what I'm going to be known for in the future, even if I'm gray and old and I don't do this anymore. And be like, hey, aren't you that
I
guy that used to do
I
this?
love
And I'm
that.
like, yeah, I used to be.
I relate to that. I relate to that because that's a huge part of why I also started streaming is because like during peak COVID times, I had lost my job as a sommelier because restaurants were closed. They didn't need a wine guy because no one was out there drinking wine at restaurants when everything was closed. So I had lost my job at the time, which sucked. So at the time, we didn't know that COVID was going to be well. It's horrible, but it's at least now manageable these
Uh huh.
days. Um, we didn't know what was happening in the world, so I was like, okay, I have a bit of savings, so I was like, you know what? I haven't played Pokemon in years because I stopped playing Pokemon after Ultra Sun and Moon came out, and I never got to experience Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. So at the time, I was like, you know what? I'll take what little of the savings I have, and I'm gonna buy myself a Switch Lite at the time, and a copy of Sword and Shield. And as I didn't have work, that's how I obsessed over Pokemon, and that's how I got back into the franchise. And I realized I was like, it's more fun to play these games with people. So years and years later, I that's when I decided to start streaming because I wanted to record myself, at least have a record of myself out there in the world where I did this. I found this shiny. I worked hard to find this like different colored Pokemon. And I always just found that so cool.
I
Yeah.
know. I feel the exact same way. I'm the exact same way because like I always say this, every shiny hunter has their one hunt that truly tested their patience, and it was that hunt
Exactly.
specifically that where you could call them, or after you have completed that hunt, that's when you can call yourself a pro shiny hunter.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it was
Absolutely.
Darkrai. For you, it was Regice. You said.
It was Regice. Regice. Well, I mean, Regice was my longest, 8 months. But I think what it was for me was probably Latios in Ultra Sun and Moon. Granted, it only took me a week, but that's when I really felt like, you know what? I'm a shiny hunter now. I sat
Fair
here,
enough.
I did the same thing over and over and over again, and I got the different colors. That's that's it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Uh, okay. Back to what we were talking about. Black two, white two. But yeah. Yeah. I fully agree with you on that. It is my. I think it's the best written storyline of all the Pokemon games. Overall, Black two, White two, and Black and White. They have some of the best written stories of any Pokemon game in the franchise to date. There's barely been a game that scratches the surface on storytelling that Black two and White two did. And I think
Mm-hmm.
Hugh is the greatest rival in the history of
Oh,
ever
yes.
because he is not out for power and glory, and he tests you.
Mm-mm.
He's not battling you to test himself. He's battling you to test you to see if you're strong enough to contribute to his cause.
Exactly. Plus, like he just wants his cat back. Like
Well,
I,
he
I
wants it.
love that.
Yeah, he wants his sister's cat back, but I
His
also
sister's
like.
cat.
Yeah, but yeah, I also I'm
It's
very
so
partial to
cute.
that because I'm a cat dad, and like
Same.
I got two in heaven. I got one over there sitting on the chair, and I also love dark types, and that fits Purloin perfectly.
Purloin. That's Purloin. Exactly.
So yeah, there's my little nitty gritty detail about that. So, oh, but also, do you have a favorite spin off game that you like? I mean,
Oh,
actually, I think that could be answered for me. Is it Unite or is it
it's
something
not
else?
Unite.
Ooh, it's
It's
not
not
Unite.
Unite.
What is
It's
it?
not Unite anymore. What was it called? Gosh, what was it called? Rumble.
Oh, the Rumble games.
Rumble. I love the Rumble games.
I
I
never got too much into
obsessed
that
over
one.
the Rumble games. It's just chill. You just do the same thing over and over. It's Pokemon. You just run around.
That's
And if
kind
you
of
get
like, it's kind of
shinies there,
I mean, it's kind of like with Ranger, but you just keep doing this over and over again.
yeah. Oh my god, I can imagine myself like breaking my DS by playing Rangers.
uh, my favorite spinoff is XD Gale of Darkness.
Oh, I never got to play that. I never had the console growing up.
I mean, I recommend it. I recommend an emulator, which is what I did, but it's such a good
Mm.
game.
Oh, that's true. You can do that now these days. Yeah, because at the time when emulators were like were starting to pick up, I was on like a really really old laptop. I'm talking like, well, not MS DOS laptop, but like the old like Windows 98 sort of laptops. I was on one of those for like the longest time. If I tried to run an emulator for like a DS at the time, it would crash everything and blue screen of death on me.
Yikes! Ugh. Ugh. Well, speaking of something that's annoying like that, why don't we dive into the hate portion of the Pokemon world?
Oh.
So, Judd,
Ooh.
is there a Pokemon that you hate more than anything?
Volbeat.
Volbeat?
Volbeat. Volbeat. I absolutely abhor Volbeat
Okay, I need to know.
because
I need to know this.
you know Jollibee, right?
Yeah, the chicken company we were talking about.
Yeah, the mascot is a bee. Volbeat looks like Jollibee, but someone stepped on it and it lived. I dislike Volbeat's design. It's just so obnoxious. And the way the Gen 3 Sugimori artwork, he just looks over his shoulders like I hate the guy. I hate the guy. I just ugh. Ugh. No.
Well, that's
Ugh, it's gross.
well, that's gonna be a fun hunt for me.
Oh no, yeah, you have to do that. You have to, but I want you to Masuda for it. You gotta Masuda for it.
No, I had the wheels of the wheels of fate decide my fate. The wheels of glory decide my fate.
Oh, can you at least put Masuda 3 times in there?
Well, if there's like multiple methods, I have to like if there's like multiple methods, I do this. I take the group and I times it by 5, so that way it's as many options as possible. Also, we have a hydrate in the chat.
Oh, we got a drink. I have my coffee.
Yeah, drink something. Ugh. Oh, Al, we got a question. What's your best and worst Nuzlocke experience? Do you have any Nuzlocke experience?
I do.
Okay, so all right, so best and worst.
My best experience on a Nuzlocke. Gosh. Oh, my best one. I head calc. I head calced my Skeledirge living an aqua step from Nemona's Quaxwell one time while I did a Nuzlocke of Scarlet and Violet. I don't know. I don't know how long ago that was.
Really?
It was a long time ago. Yeah, I had calced it. I was like, I can survive this, guys. Like, I was telling chat, chill. I can survive this, and I live on 2 HP, and I had change, and I didn't actually head calc it. I was like, please live. Please live. Please live. Please live. Then my worst would probably be when I did Sword and Shield, and I died to Hop's Drizzile while on the bridge. The bridge after the
Hammerlock?
nursery route.
Oh, the bridge after the nursery route. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That part. And I had a coughing at the time who hadn't evolved yet.
Ooh.
And I was like, "Oh, coughing is super tanky. We can live this. We can live this." And then everything just crits me.
Ooh.
And then it,
Oh God.
I was like, I hate Hop. I hate.
I could
Hop."
give you some crit. I can give you a crit story.
Oh, I want to know.
So I was doing a surprise lock and sword, and I had a Glade out against Nessus Dreadnought, and the big bastard crit me twice in a row and was trying to waste my Dynamax turns healing,
No.
I always get one viewer coming in here going, "Are you what the how did it crit me twice?" Just repeatedly saying the same thing over and over and over again. It's like, yes, I know the quote, okay? I lived it. I was there. But that's not my worst. My worst experience ever was the entirety of my metronome only Nuzlocke in Heart Gold.
Oh.
That was
shoot.
that was the single worst Nuzlocke I have ever done, because so many times I have had Memento Lunar Dance, always landing on the KO moves. And on top of that, I went into the Elite Four with a full team with 2 lives each. I left the Elite Four with 2 Pokemon with 1 life each.
Shoot.
Yes, it was crazy stupid. Ugh, I will never in my life do another metronome lock, ever. I will never do one
I
again.
kind of want to do one now, just to see how far I get.
I don't recommend it. It's it's not fun. But probably my best one would
Painful.
Yeah, I know it's painful. I keep changing the answer on my best one, but I think probably the best one would probably be will be the finish of my maybe my Let's Go SBQ, because that took me
Oh.
it took me a while to complete because I kept having to delay the hunts and going back to them, but
Mm-mm.
I finally was able to complete it after almost a year. My final team was
Nice.
my final team was Nidoking, Victory Bell, Alakazam, Alolan Ninetales. So I did the
Ooh.
trade hunt.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's cool. You did that.
Then Rapidash and Gyarados.
That's a really good team. Also really
Yeah,
good shinies.
yeah, yeah. But my boy Ryu in the chat, he says that his worst experience was a Swampert. So let me give you a little backstory behind that little
Oh.
story. The story goes like this: he did basically an extreme randomizer where he randomized everything, including the stats of the Pokemon.
No.
Yes. So
No.
yes. So what happened was he faced Hala, and it's the first Pokemon he brought was a Swampert. It was a dark flying type holding a flying gem. It had acrobatics, and it KO'd his entire team. Come to find out, that thing's base attack stat was 900. I know.
What?
I know, right? And on top of that,
Huge
it had
power.
yes, it had huge power. So its base attack stat was 1800.
The game just hated you that time. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
it did. Every time he does a randomizer now, he has to watch out for Swamperts.
Oh yeah.
Ugh. Would you believe me if I told you that my least favorite Pokemon was a Dark type?
I would.
It's a
I
Lowland
would.
Persian.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not surprised. That's a lot of people's most dislike.
Come you'd be surprised. Out of all the guests on the show, they don't agree with me. But
Really?
yeah. Um,
I'm not too
a Lowland
surprised.
as of now, there's only been let's see, one, two. There's two people that hate one Pokemon. Then there was three people that hated one Pokemon. So there's a few people that share similarities.
Huh.
But a Alolan Persian, it on top of the looking so absolutely disgusting. It grinded my gears because it grinds my gears because before Piers and Marnie were a thing, because they were the first legit Dark type gym leaders. The closest thing we had to that was Nanu, the Kahuna of Ula Ula Island, and of
Oh,
course
true.
his ace had to be that stupid cat. Like I wanted him to be
I forgot.
if his ace was an Alolan Muck, it'd be so much better. And I get he's part of law enforcement, and
True.
he might have had to use an Alolan Persian, but come on, be an outlier. Use a Alolan Muck. It's so much more powerful.
Yeah.
The cat sucks. Ugh. But on top of that, an old friend of mine maybe shiny hunt the damn thing.
No. How did they make you
Yes,
do it?
they paid 100,000 channel points.
Oh God.
But joke was on
Like,
them. What? Did I what?
was it was it the trade one? Did you have to trade for it?
Oh no, hell
Or
no. It was a Masuda hunt.
oh, at least.
Yeah, because joke was on him. 192 eggs later, bam. and I
That was quick.
and I quickly traded it to him because I didn't want that toxicity running through my game's software. That's how much I hated it.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to have Volbeat on my game either. No.
I hear you there. All right, so what about your least favorite shiny Pokemon?
Ooh, least favorite Tandemouse. Hate that
I
thing.
had a feeling
Hurts
you'd
my
say.
eyes.
I had a
Hurts
feeling
my eyes.
a lot of people.
Yeah, cause like, yeah, people have told me to just adjust the contrast on my screen. I'm like, no, you shouldn't have to do that. You shouldn't have to do that.
Well, you shouldn't have to, but sometimes cheesing it just cheesing it is the way of the world.
I know. Ugh. Hate that thing. I still don't have my 3 fam household either.
Makes you feel any better? I don't either, because I choose not to hunt it.
That makes sense. But I really want to hunt it because I got the 3 segment the Dunsparce. If I have that one, I gotta have the other one. Otherwise, my collection is just doesn't feel complete.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
What's yours? What's your least favorite?
It's a 3-way tie because they're all the same. Charcadet, Armorers, and Cerulege.
Oh, that line.
I hate
What is
it.
it with what is it with Paldea shinies sometimes?
Basically, here's the only difference. That. It sucks. That's the only difference. Shiny, not shiny. Shiny, not shiny. Shiny, not shiny. Just, or reverse that. Just, here's what I say every single time. All they had to do was make Charcadet a charcoal gray color as the shiny, and then swap the color schemes of Armorers and Cerulege, and they would have been some of the best damn shinies in the game. But no, we got robbed!
We did.
Yeah, those suck. That's one shiny that I will never, ever, 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 ever hunt. Never. Even if the only way I would consider shiny hunting it if somebody dropped me $5,000. That'd be the only way. But that I'm not. Yeah, but I'm not gonna do that. Oh no! Point redeem ain't gonna happen. I refuse to shiny hunt that thing for a point redeem. I am not shiny hunting that thing. Forget it. All right. What about your least favorite type and why?
My least favorite type and why? Wait. I had an answer to this. Oh, what was it? It was bug. I think it was bug. Not because I hate the Pokemon that have the bug typing, but only because it confused the heck out of me in Gen 1.
Oh, really?
Because in Gen 1, it interacted with different types differently. I think it was super effective against Poison, and Poison was super effective against it in Gen 1 for some reason.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Had a very weird type interaction between they had a weird type interaction between Poison and Bug at the time, and that confused the heck out of me. I love bug types. I just didn't like Gen 1 bug typing. I was correct.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. I remembered right. I remembered why I hated it.
I mean, I haven't really had too much affiliation with the bug type until pretty much till Gen 7, because that's when Vikavolt was introduced.
Ooh, true. That's true. There's so many cooler bug types these days.
Yeah. But you're the first.
What's yours?
Fairy.
Fairy? Why?
Well, one thing, I'm a dark type trainer.
Yeah, but you don't hate the bug type.
That's because I like Vikavolt.
Ah.
But to me, there's also a lot of fairy. There's also a good chunk of fairy Pokemon that shouldn't even be a fairy type, and it's stupid. Like the biggest example I always say, Granbull. That thing looks nothing like a fairy.
Yeah. I mean, it's pink, but then again, there's pink Pokemon that aren't fairy type.
Yeah. But actually, I was only informed about this about a year ago. Granbull's Pokédex entry classifies it as the fairy Pokemon.
Oh.
Yeah, I kid you not. Snubbull and Granbull. That's why they're fairy types.
But they don't look like fairies.
I know! That's what I've always been saying! But to be fair, I will be fair, there are fairy type Pokemon that I actually like. There's Alolan Ninetales, Togekiss, Guardy, Mimikyu,
Oh, true. Mimikyu.
Grimmsnarl,
Oh, Grimmsnarl. Oh, yeah.
and
Part dark
Sylveon.
type. Oh my God, Sylveon. Yes.
Yeah, those are fairy types I can stand, but the rest of them, like, ugh, just get
Oh
away
yeah,
from me.
Chansey and Blissey. Chansey and Blissey are pink, but they're not fairy type. That's true.
I can agree on that. But
Hmm.
yeah, some Pokemon that could have been fairy type didn't get the fairy type. So yeah, fairy types, me, nah.
Mm-mm-mm.
All right, so how about your least favorite game and why?
Oh. Huh. What is my least favorite game? Huh. Wait, I gotta think about this.
Yeah, what's the game
Oh
that left a sour
no.
taste in your mouth?
Oh no.
It could be anything between the main series or spin-offs.
Oh, if it's a spin-off, it's Unite.
What? You play it all the time. How can you hate it?
I have a love-hate relationship with it. You said if we could do spin-offs, I say that's my least favorite game. It's Unite. Unite is my least favorite game.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that.
No one ever expects it. Because they're like,
Oh,
Judd plays Unite all the time. That's probably one of their top three. And it is, but it's also in my top three least favorite games.
oh
It's
Lord.
the top one least favorite game for me. Mm-mm-mm. Because they don't care. The devs don't care about the game at all. They have the tools to make it such a great game, but they don't. They just care about the money. Just give us insanely expensive skins. And then they and then when they found out that they can't monetize the game on two, like I think Belgium and the Netherlands, because these countries, they have like anti-gambling laws and stuff. So Unite couldn't do like any of the Gamba features. So they're like, yeah, let's just remove support from these countries completely. And that's like two countries worth of players that you're losing, and they don't care about that, which is horrible.
Whew.
Ugh. But yeah, that's why. Still love the game though.
I mean, the game I hate the most, I don't mind playing it, but I really don't want to play it, and it's X and Y.
Oh, I mean, I get why though. I get why.
There's a yeah, I mean, for starters, the games are just way too easy. Like the eighth gym leader
Mm.
is easier to me than the first gym is. That's how stupid it is to me. The the first gym was a bleh, the last gym was bleh. So so
No, I
like it
get
just
that.
so like it just it was just super easy. Megas were, I mean, I get the appeal of megas, but they're not my favorite mechanic in the game. So it also made
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
the game again even more easy. There's also areas of the
Agree,
game we
agree.
still can't we didn't get a chance to explore, which I felt
The
like the games
power
were,
plant.
yeah, the games were to me they were severely incomplete, and they could have done a lot more with it, especially in the post game.
True.
But
True, true,
yes,
true,
there
true,
was
true.
like Friend Safari and the Battle Mason, but that was it. That was all that was there.
The shiny locks too.
Yeah, shiny locks.
The shiny locks.
The mercy on those people that back in the day tried the shiny hunt Zygarde. Whew. Yeah.
And they only had the birds and Mewtwo.
Yeah, the birds and Mewtwo. That was even more stupid. Uh, Plus on top of that, I think Diantha's the worst champion in history, even worse than Gita.
Oh, true. Yeah. And ironically, apparently, doesn't Diantha have like the highest level Pokemon out of all the champions? I think
Um,
someone
I
told me that.
I think as a base, yes. As a rematch, I don't think so.
Mm-mm, yeah, yeah. That.
Yeah,
As a base challenge.
yeah, but even still, her team's a cakewalk. I cleared it with a freaking Greninja. Which is not saying
Just a
Greninja's a
single
bad
Greninja?
Pokemon. I'm just saying I was able to freaking clear the entire Elite Four and champion with
Yeah.
one Greninja.
Dang, just a single one? Yeah.
Yeah, just
That's way
one
too
Greninja.
easy.
I did a solo run with a Greninja.
Oh,
But
true.
yeah,
Nemona, though. Oh, yeah. Nemona.
I mean,
Nemona's a champion, too, technically.
she's a champion ranked trainer, but she's not the champion of the game.
Ah, true, 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 true. Not
But
the
yeah,
champion.
at least in the later portion of the game, they revamped Gita's team to make King Gambit her ace instead of the
True.
of the Glamora.
But it's kind of
But
too late at that point.
hey, at least they realized their
They
mistake instead
tried.
of they tried to fix their mistake and they did. But Diantha's already a lost cause. Did you know that there's only five times you actually speak to Diantha if you don't rematch her?
No. Just 5?
Yeah, you first meet her in the I
The
think
cafe.
no, it's you first meet her in the lab, then the cafe,
Oh.
then the railway, then the champion battle, and then at the cafe again after you've completed the main story.
Dang. What was she off doing?
I don't know. Being an actress, which is what I get that. And also some people will debate, hey, Wallace wasn't in his game and he's the champion. Yeah, but Wallace was in the the predecessor game. Where the hell is Diantha?
Yeah. Maybe she went back to PLZA. I don't know. Went
I
back
don't
in
know.
time.
I don't know.
She got isekai'd into PLZA.
Well, actually, the theory is PLZA is going to take place in the future, not the past.
She got isekai'd to the future.
I don't know. I have no bloody idea.
That time I got reincarnated as a better champion.
Isekais. I would love to be.
those. I've been
I would love to be
binge watching those.
I would love to be Isekai into a Pokemon world. I'd love that. Even if there was like 100% chance I'd die, I'd still love it. Okay, well, you said you started off with Red and Blue, but can you recall your very first experience with Pokemon ever?
Ooh, the anime. I watched the anime first before I played the games. I remember the first ever episode because I didn't get to start the anime from the very first episode because I didn't even know about
Uh-huh.
Pokemon when it started airing on TV for me. Um, I think my first ever episode of Pokemon was the one with the Sandshrew. I think it was the episode where you know that one gif of like Pikachu
Yep.
in the with the muscle like training thing, the muscle
Yep.
training gear with the
Yep.
Sandshrew. That was it. That was my first ever episode of Pokemon ever.
I don't remember the name, but I do know that episode.
Yeah. That's like
Yeah.
around episodes 8 to 12. I remember,
Yeah, it was one of
and
those.
that that for me was my first ever experience of Pokemon. And since then, it became a huge thing at my school. And Pokemon cards were huge during my childhood. I didn't play the TCG. I didn't take good care of my cards, but I had cards back in the day, and I regret not keeping any of them because they were such a huge part of my childhood. And that's how I related to so many of my friends back in like preschool and like grade school as well. Then all of a sudden, I lost my friends because they outgrew Pokemon after I think the gold and silver days. The golden, silver, and crystal days were done, and the Pokemon franchise was transitioning into the Game Boy. Was it the Game Boy Advance, the Game Boy SP? Those days with Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Everyone was off playing, I don't know, God knows what, GTA or whatever. everyone just wanted to Everyone just wanted to shoot things and ride cars, drive cars. And they didn't want to play Pokemon anymore. So I didn't have anyone to play with anymore at school because like they thought Pokemon was ew, that's in the past. But yeah, that was like my first ever experience with like the Pokemon franchise.
I
Mm.
this world is way too small because even though we're on different sides of the world, we have the almost identical types of ways
Yeah.
we've experienced Pokemon because it was anime, cards, then games. That's all it was for
Right,
me.
right, yeah.
Also, we have a
Hmm.
hydrate.
Oh my god, it's Mother. Hello, Mother. Mother.
Hello.
Mother.
Make sure you take a sip.
Oh yeah, wait. I gotta refill.
All right, go ahead. I'll keep the world occupied. I think I've already said this enough, but thank you all for being a part of pokeNERDS Inc. Thank you for being interested in this podcast. And again, huge props to Juddigon. Sorry, I always don't put the emphasis on the O for some reason. Big props to Juddigon for being the season 4 premiere guest. If you guys aren't following him already from my chat, please follow him. Please, you'll love his content.
I've been called Juddington before, so Juddigon is okay.
You were listening. Sorry.
I brought my headphones with me.
Yeah, mine are my wireless buds. but yeah,
I've broken
so
so many of those.
uh, somehow my little demon hasn't chewed mine away.
Oh no.
Yeah, because he loves to chew my fingers.
BB.
We're doing
Mine
pretty
likes
good
to
today.
hug my arm.
Oh, we're doing pretty good today, Mother. Hope you're doing good too.
Mother. His mother.
So yeah, my first episode I ever watched was Pokemon Shipwrecked, which was the episode where they're underwater.
I love that episode with the Gyarados.
Yeah.
Oh, that is iconic.
Yeah, the second one it was a part of 3 episode cassette. It was a part of a 3 episode tape. It also included the Isle of the Giant Pokemon and Tentacool and Tentacruel.
Oh, the tapes! I had those. I had the VHS tapes too.
I know the VHS
I had
tapes.
boring
Yeah,
episodes.
yes, we're that old. People, we're that old.
Someone comes in and is like, "What's VHS?"
It's like you had to be there. But yeah, fun fact: the episode Tentacool and Tentacruel is a banned episode in the United States.
I can understand why.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So after I watched that, I was mesmerized by the franchise, and I started looking into the Pokemon cards. I maybe owned a few of them, but I didn't understand what they were. So I didn't own like one of the super rare ones, but I owned a few to understand what they were. And then as I grew older, the first game I ever played was a borrowed copy of Pokemon Sapphire, and yeah, I just went around KOing things. I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. Then the first game I started and completed was Pokemon Leaf Green. So all 3 generations later, I started my first Kanto journey, completed it. But I went and played the older games as I grew older. So I did say I've successfully been able to play every Pokemon game at least once.
Gotcha. For me, it was for me the game that I had to like go back to as an adult was Diamond and Pearl, because I didn't grow up with a DS. I had to go back. I had to backtrack and get myself a DS and the copies of Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah, those games were so buggy.
The HP bar was so slow in Diamond and Pearl.
Oh, yes, it was. Try knocking out a Blissey. 5 minutes later,
Oh,
what's going on? Oh my
At
god.
least Platinum fixed it.
Yes, they did. Now at least in the modern games, it's almost instantaneously.
Almost.
All right. Now comes one of my favorite parts of the show, which I call the emote elaboration. So, Juddigon,
Oh.
post some of your emotes in the chat and let us, like, I know most of your emotes are themed off of Juddigon, so if there's any that aren't, give us the backstory behind that, or give me some backstory behind your emotes.
All right, wait, let me see. Which one do I? Oh, what about? Well, I've talked about Finizen earlier, so this is that. That's Finizen.
Oh my god.
That's Finizen. Who else? Who else do I want to talk about? Oh, these things. Oh, these things. Wait, let me find all of them. There's this guy and that guy and this other guy here. There we go.
Oh god, I hate these things. Especially the middle one. I fucking hate Landorus with a passion.
The daddies.
God, why do you have genie emotes? Why?
They're tier 2. They're tier 2 genie emotes.
Oh, that makes it even worse.
Oh, and this one is another one of my favorites right here. The flexing buzzwole emote.
I got a flexing emote, but it's only like a standard one.
Oh, I love those. I have him do the flexes. And fun fact, the emote artist who worked on this apparently works out a lot, and he used himself as a basis for for the Juddigon pose, for the buzzwole poses.
Really?
Yes. uh oh, and of course there's also this guy right here. One of my favorites, this one. Because this one, there's a long history to this, because there was a time when Twitch was like, we don't allow the dumpies, no dumpies, and then they're like, yes, okay, dumpies are fine, and then they go, no, dumpies aren't okay again, and now they're like, oh, dumpies are good now again. I don't know.
Dumpy Duraludon.
Duraludump.
Duraludump.
Duraludump. Yeah. He's the little guy. He's just happy. He used to be a favorite character of mine to use in Unite, because before they reworked Duraludon, before they reworked Duraludon on Unite, you would just hold the A button and just rip every objective and win games with it, because it attacks so quickly, and each like basic attack does huge damage. You could basically take down Rayquaza on your own, and that's why I love Draludon. When are they gonna put Draludon on Unite? I keep saying Draludon, and I mean Draludon.
I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, there, pal.
I do love though that Draludon is in Pocket now, and apparently is a huge card there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if that's all you want to share, here's mine.
Oh, so many. That's a lot. Oh, I love them on screen. Oh, I love the Rainbow Spiritomb one.
Yeah, that's a fever child of an old friend of mine and I. Like, I was thinking I think I need some sort of like pride emote, but I don't know what. So one of my old friends recommended Spiritomb, and they're like, how can I make this work? I'm like, oh, I could like make the backward. I can make its body a rainbow, and then add like those spheres in there, different alternating colors.
Oh, I follow them. Oh, I remember them now. Oh my gosh, it's been ages.
Yeah. Also, we had another hydrate, so take a sip.
Yay, more water. Water.
Oh,
water.
Hi there, Prickly. How you doing? So yeah, a good chunk of my emotes are themed off of Obstagoon because it's the channel mascot and whatnot, and it's of course. But some of my emotes that aren't based off of like dark types are actually my Alolan Alolan Vulpix chill, you know, because the sunglasses are my staple, and just you know, a nice little chill. I have an annihilate emote simply titled Poké.
Monkey. You gotta have the monkey.
Yeah, I love annihilate. It's my favorite fighting type. And also, I have a lantern emote with a sushi band over its head, aka sushi.
Yes.
I love Lantern.
So
I fell in love with Lantern after doing an electric only Nuzlocke and Shield, and it was just so much fun. Just so much fun.
What ability did it have?
It had
Was it Volt Absorb?
what I think mine had yeah, I think mine had Volt Absorb. I have to look back on it, but yeah, I can yeah. Let's see, a few other ones I want to bring up. Regidrago. Regidrago is my very first on-screen shiny, so it is forever immortalized as my shiny luck emote.
I love that one. I still need to hunt for Regidrago.
Yep. Fun fact: when I did the Regieleki during Week of Legends, and I did it at the same time I was doing Darkrai, and guess who shined first? Regieleki. I wasn't even keeping track of the resets.
Wow.
And I stopped hunting this thing for like 2 years, and I come back into this hunt, and all of a sudden, bam, it's there. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Oh no.
It's so stupid. But yeah, one of my favorite emotes actually my Galarian Zigzagoon biting onto a heart and holding it. That's my favorite one.
Oh, that one's so cute.
I know.
He's a little baby. He's a little baby who wants to give love.
I know. My tattoo artist, he likes to like pinch the face of the Galarian Zigzagoon on the tattoo here.
Aww.
And it's like, oh my god, dude, what are you doing?
Aw, because it's such a cute little baby. Cute little
It's a little baby.
He's a little baby.
Okay. Alright, so let's get on to my favorite portion of the interview, the shared experiences. So this is where the clips I asked for come into play. We're going to play them on screen, and I'm going to react to them, because I more than likely haven't seen these clips. So
They're so old.
just giving you guys all a heads up. Headphone users, beware. We are both very loud in these clips, so you may want to turn us down once I start playing them, okay? Okay, this is... Alright, give me a second to get this ready. Oh. Okay, this is going to look silly here for a second. Alright, so this is Juddigon's first clip, and let me change the... Whoops. Let's see, change windows to this, and there. Alright, change the windows to that. Alright, so I saw the title, Roberto's First Shiny.
That's my boyfriend.
All right, so let's watch it.
Here and now. Oh! Oh, it's I'm on it. What is it? You use it. I don't know what it. I'm on it. Is it a golden fish? Oh Jesus! What is it? What is it? Is it a golden fish?
Oh my god, it's Magikarp!
Is it? Oh my god! The golden trout from here and now.
to note, the first fucking cast in that pond was a shiny fish? What the hell was his luck?
I don't know.
Yeah, you just use
I was telling him you can fish some other time. We just want to finish the story because that's my boyfriend. He was visiting from Italy. He had never ever played a Pokemon game in his entire life, and Sword and Shield was the only title I had at the time that I felt was like appropriate because it's the closest to like a classic Pokemon game we have on the Switch, apart from BDSP. But I didn't want him to play BDSP, and he wanted to go fishing.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Like, that's all your shiny luck for the rest of your life there, pal.
It is.
That's amazing. Okay, so I don't know what this one is, so let's all watch it.
There you go. Mal got their shiny too, I think last week, right? Was it this week too? And then Jedi also got one.
Oh, you were doing an egg hunt in
Everyone's been
Kitakami?
getting shinies. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, but everyone's been getting shinies. This month, the bot's like, okay, y'all have been doing the redeems for like months now, so we gotta be nice. I was like, when I heard the sparkle sound, I was like, oh.
Fish! Again!
Fish.
You were just complaining about everyone was getting shinies, and all of a sudden, bam, you got a
Yeah.
shiny. that's how it works.
There. Like, yay! Finally. I didn't even realize I sent you 2 fish clips.
Oh, that's amazing. That is amazing right there. Oh, shiny Kartana reaction. I can't wait to see how this one's gonna go. Okay.
Oh God.
So funny to me, guys. It's a literal piece of paper Pokemon. It's an origami Pokemon made of grass and steel. Oregon is not a shiny. Graplock is not a shiny. Weezing is not a shiny. So funny to me, guys.
You're gonna hate me when I say this. I did a random DA with a Kartana and I got it shiny.
Oh my God. This thing took me forever to get. I think we were like over 100 DAs for this. This was my first over 100 DA shiny.
I've had
That's why I
two.
was screaming so much.
I can see. I've had 2 DAs I've gotten over 100. Curem and Solgaleo.
But Solgaleo is such a good shiny.
Yeah, it's good. But that's freaking amazing, man. So, this is normally I feature 3 clips, but Juddy sent me 4 of them, and I actually want you guys to watch this just so you guys can see how much he likes to yell. What were you so scared of? Is my question.
I got the it's me. The game was like flashing it's me on the screen, which is apparently a very rare event in the game. It's the equivalent of a shiny in Five Nights at Freddy's, apparently.
Ugh. That's still like hats off to you, man. Hats off to you.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
Ooh.
What you're about to see is one of my last. You're about to see my first shiny in this series. Also, my luck somehow, and also Lord Arcus was on my side. Cause watch what happens. Watch what happens.
It is not popped up on my
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, there it is, there it is, there it is, there it is, there it is! Oh my god, oh my god, I gotta go get it, I gotta go get it! I gotta go get it, I gotta go get it! Oh my god! No! Oh my god, there it is, it's in the bushes! It's in the bushes!
Oh my god.
Yes!
Oh my god.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Such a good save. Such a good save. Uh-oh.
Yes! 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 God damn it, this stupid blue rat! This stupid blue bloody rat thing is finally mine! Oh my god! Yes! Yes! Yes!
Oh, I
yes! Yes!
love
Yes! Yes!
that.
Yes! 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 Oh my goodness! No! Everyone thought I was gonna fail it because I had to run all the way back, but somehow,
True,
some
me
way.
too. Yeah. Oh, Sogaleo.
This was the Solgaleo I was talking about, and also you can see from this one that's my old logo. That's my old logo.
Yeah. Oh, you're right.
All right, demon doesn't break the curse, but will the lion? Yes! 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 The curse is over! Peace on, baby! It's over!
I love that.
It's over! It's over! Demon brings the shiny obstacle!
Jeez,
Dumbass.
there's
The sun and the shiny red
148.
lion! Yes! Yes!
Such a good shiny. I love that thing. Sunburnt kitty.
Oh, guys! Thank you
How
so
long did
much.
that take?
Thank you About a month
uh,
and a half, and everyone was getting Solgaleo before I did.
Oh my
Oh,
god, guys,
that's
thank you
rough
so much.
when you see people getting the shiny you want.
And Bella, thank you for
I know.
1,000 bits. Holy shit, guys, it's finally over.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that took a while. The Kyurem took longer, which was 163.
Sheesh.
Yep, that one took a little while. So
Yes, this one.
yes, as you can see right there, I got a shiny Drillbur right before the Darkrai.
With 82.
Yep, 82. But then the majesty that is this.
Oh my god! I thought you guys. I remember seeing this on my Twitter feed. I thought you were going to turn your game off.
Shiny Darkrai! It's mine! Yes! Oh my god!
20,118.
The longest hunt of my life.
So good. I love the green eyes.
I
Pretty
was
shiny.
actually, for my birthday last year, I was gonna get a Darkrai cake with this because of this. But unfortunately, the woman that I was gonna get it from, unfortunately, had some family issues, so she wasn't able to commission my cake at the time. I might do it later this year for the 1-year anniversary of this reaction, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about
True,
that.
Yeah, you gotta commemorate a year after getting this.
But yeah, so those are some of our coolest
I love that.
coolest on-stream stuff. But obviously, like, I need to talk to you, man, because you've been places that I have never been when it comes to Pokemon. So give me some of the coolest stories that you can think of when it comes to Pokemon outside of Twitch. Like, I think you've gone to, like I said, I believe you've gone to places I've never gone to before. So just give me the juicy bits.
The juicy bits. I would probably say last year. It was my first time ever to travel outside of Asia. I got the chance to go to PAX Australia. I got the chance to do that. So the thing that I struggle the most with as a streamer in the Philippines is not many people from my country use Twitch. So I oftentimes, whenever there's huge cons, there's huge events concerning Pokemon, I often feel like I'm left out because everyone else in my local Pokemon community just they hang out on Facebook and they have their own world there because that's the more popular platform here in the Philippines is it's Facebook or Instagram and TikTok. Those are the three most used platforms here. No one hangs out on Twitch. So and I spend most of my days on Twitch. So I often felt like I didn't belong. And fortunately, I because I hang out on Twitch all the time. I've been fortunate enough to meet so many people from all over the world, such as yourself. Like I've made so many friends from North America, from Europe, and Australia as well. Through the Unite community. Ironically, even though I hate the game, I love the fact that I've met so many wonderful people through it. And because of Unite, I was able to visit Australia to meet these wonderful people. And it it was such a surreal experience. Not just the new sights to see and like the unfamiliar territory, the excitement of like just being on adventure on your own. Um, it was also for the most part, it was just walking around like a convention hall and just having people say, "Hey, I know you. I recognize you. I hang out on your streams." Like that sort of thing is it just felt like such a surreal experience to be recognized and to be seen and to be part of a like a local Pokemon community. Like I was just to me that had to have been one of the highlights of my 2024 Pokemon journey, I would probably say. Yeah.
That's amazing, man. That's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you recently just get back from Hong Kong? And I believe you did a lot
I
of Pokemon stuff
did.
there.
I did do some Hong Kong stuff. I did do some stuff in Hong Kong. It was primarily to see my partner because my partner, my boyfriend, he had a career in Hong Kong, but because of the pandemic, he had to move back to Italy for mental health because for a long period of time they had intense lockdowns in Hong Kong. So he was like, okay, I'm gonna go back to Italy. And well now things have like loosened up a lot in Hong Kong, so he's planning to go back there. And we were like, you know what? Let's spend the holidays together in Hong Kong. And apparently, um, it just so happened that when I went to Hong Kong, it was also the release date of Terastal Festival, which is the EV set that everyone's been going crazy about with TCG. And I was able to get a couple of boxes of TCG.
Awesome.
So I also got to go around and just like geek out with the TCG community in Hong Kong. It all
Uh,
worked out.
that too is just absolutely spectacular, man. Did you go to Worlds? Or am I
Oh,
mistaken
I
that you've gone?
wish. I wish I could go to Worlds.
Oh, I thought you've
It's
been to
just
Worlds.
I wish it's just so tough to get a visa for us. My gosh, it's like I think applying for a visa just on its own is like how much is that? In USD. Let me
Uh,
see.
I don't know. I don't
How
remember how
much?
much it costs to get a pass.
It's a 20,000 pesos for me, which is 338 US dollars
Ooh, yikes.
just to try to get a visa.
Yikes. I actually don't have a passport yet, and I need to get one because
Oh,
there's definitely places outside of the U.S. that I want to explore. Because I got a lot of peeps up in Canada,
ooh.
and of course I need to get a passport in order to go across the border. So yeah, I'd love to go and visit
Mm,
some of my peeps up in Canada.
yeah, they've got like the regionals there sometimes, right?
Yeah, they got some like Toronto regionals, but one thing I do want to do is that there's Anaheim's going to be hosting Worlds next year, and I'm going to try and
True.
go there this year. There's a lot of traveling I plan to do this year. Like next month, I'm going to go out of state and to go visit a friend who's getting surgery, and I'm going to just try to do more of a
That's awesome.
try to do some more self care this year is what I can say.
Yeah. Like I never used to believe when people said traveling heals you or traveling is such a fun experience. I was like I never put any like importance to traveling, but like once I had actually traveled myself, then I started to see like yeah, they were right. They had a point. They had a
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, unfortunately, I did a little bit of traveling after I lost my boys, and I don't think it healed me the way I hoped it would. So but
Hmm.
this year, like this year, now that I have this is actually an urn necklace I'm holding. It has a little bit of my boys'
Oh
ashes in there. So hopefully with this, I can when I do travel, it'll be a
yeah,
little more soul
this year.
yeah. But
Absolutely. I hope so.
but I think if you I talk about a lot of my Pokemon experiences, but most of them happened via Twitch, or I should say, I have these boys in my background. Those are Guinness World Record participation certificates.
Oh.
You see, back in 2022, I believe, Nerd Out and Nomi. Do you know who they are?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they hosted a shiny hunting event where we were going to collect all 151 original shiny Pokemon in
I
24 hours or
remember.
less.
Wait, I think I remember that.
Yep, I was in the event, and I'm the person that claimed the Dragonite for that event.
Yo, let's
So yeah,
go.
I helped set 3 world records with shiny Pokemon. One of our current
That
records
is
for most.
super cool.
Yeah, thanks to you and PM7, um, our record for most shiny Pokemon caught in a 24-hour period was beyond shattered. so, maybe if we get around to doing it again, we can break that record. But
Oh,
yeah,
I hope so.
actually, yeah, man, I want to know about that, man. You were in the PM7 World Record Challenge, and man, dude, what was that like? I mean, come on, man, give me the
Ooh.
bits, like oh man, I'm as a creator, I'm so excited to see my Pokemon peeps getting brought into these challenges or brought into these creator events, but I'm also uber jealous that I would love to
It's
be I'd love to be a part of these series, but my time will come. My time will come. But give me some
it
give
will,
me
it will.
but yeah, let me know a little bit more about how that experience was for you.
Um I know how you feel because PM7 has done like Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 5, which I didn't get to be a part of. I know how you feel
Yeah,
like just
he
the
hasn't
FOMO.
he
The
hasn't done Gen
FOMO of
5
like
yet.
wait, he hasn't yet?
No, he hasn't
I
yet.
think
That's
there's like more people. Ooh,
I would love to be a part of the Gen 5 challenge because Gen 5 is
me
one of my favorite
too.
gens. I would love to be a part of that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But anyway,
So at the time they had announced like an initial roster of participating streamers and like I was like, "Aw, I don't get to be a part of this." And then um one night as I was like just feeling down on myself because well that was happening and then so many other things in my local community were happening that I didn't get to be a part of. I was just like okay, or maybe this isn't for me. I was sort of in that mood, and then all of a sudden, um, someone from PM7's team got in touch with me and was like, someone recommended you to join the world record event and to message on Discord, and that's how that happened. So I was just not expecting that. So apparently, do you know Evie?
yeah, I know Evie.
Yeah, Evie was the person who recommended me to the team that was handling the organization of the world record event, and I was just so surprised. I was just so surprised because I was just not expecting that. and I had prior plans. I had plans of joining a pocket tournament that weekend, and the event started, the world record event started. It was starting, I believe, 12 noon. 12 noon in some region in the
Yeah,
U.S.
noon
Some time
EST.
zone. I think so. I think so because I started my run 1 a.m., which was the same time. So I streamed and shiny hunted for a full 24 hours. I did not sleep at all. I only stopped to eat. I was initially planning to um catch only lechonk because for some reason the Philippines really loves lechonk,
Yeah, I remember
because
that.
we have a dish called lechon, which is it's a pork dish that I think we borrowed it from the Spanish. We borrowed it from the Spanish because the Spaniards were, yeah, they colonized the early Philippines, and we inherited the lechon recipe, and everyone just loved lechonk. So I was like, okay, that's the most Filipino Pokemon I can think of. I'm gonna hunt for only lechonk. But then I had a good start. I had found, I think, in the first few hours before we hit 500 shinies, I think I had found 20 lechonk at the time.
Eh.
And then all of a sudden, I just was not finding any shinies anymore. I had long bouts of no shinies, like 4 5 hours of no shinies at all. And so I had to switch targets, and I was phasing on so many different things. I was phasing on like Mastiff, I was phasing on Starly, and Dunsparce. I was phasing on so many things before I found the next Lechonk. And at the end of the event, I finished with 50 shinies. Finished with 50 shinies. 24 hours. I wish I could have found more.
Still, 50 is a damn good amount for 24 hours. Congratulations.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
like every
thank
that
you.
was like a shiny every two shinies an hour.
Mm-hmm. And apparently they had like I didn't know at the time because I was trying to make sure my PC wasn't overheating, so I had very few windows open. So I
I
wasn't
see.
looking at PM7s. I wasn't looking at PM7s like stream, but apparently there was a leaderboard. Someone came onto my stream from their stream and was like, "Yo, John's trying to beat you." I'm like, "What? Why is John trying to beat me?" Because apparently I was like one rank above John on the leaderboard. And I'm
That's
like,
awesome.
oh my
That's
god, oh
that's
crap, I gotta
awesome.
find the next shiny. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It probably is one of the highlights of my 2024 as well. It's a lot of fun.
That's amazing right there. That is absolutely amazing.
Yeah. But yeah,
I'd say
hopefully
a high.
I can do a similar thing with like more friends, like, you know.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. Like we did the Moo Moo Milk event, and I was,
We did.
yeah. Unfortunately, I
That
wasn't able to
was
find that stupid Yaw mask.
ah the Yamask. Moo
Uh,
Milk was an intense time for me. I would have organized and planned it better, but my dad had passed like a couple of weeks prior to Moo Milk, which was it just caught me off guard. So I relied so much on the community, and I cannot thank the community enough for just holding my hand throughout that whole like process of organizing, but also just, you know, just being there for each other as I process things.
mhm.
But yeah, I'm so happy. I'm so thankful that so many wonderful friends joined Mumu Milk. It's a it's a very dear event to me.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of organizing my own shiny hunting events, like honestly, I don't think I could do it because I'm probably better as a participant of those events than I am an organizer. But this right here, this podcast that I do, this is like the most I do in terms of like collaborating with like multiple creators at one time.
Absolutely.
I already have podcasts that are already scheduled till all the way to the end of May, which is where the season's gonna end.
Shoot.
So
Dang.
So probably just the highlight of my 2024, aside from finding that shiny Darkrai, was being able to interview all the people that I did all throughout the year because I was away for 6 months, and when I came back I didn't know if I was going to be able to revamp this series or bring it back, but to my lucky stars, there were people that were still in my podcast Discord that were willing to be interviewed by me, and people that I contacted to see if they were interviewed by me, want to be interviewed by me. It's just like there's not enough spoken words in any language that can like tell you how thankful I am for not only you but everybody who has participated in this series that I've done. Like it's just like it's really opened my eyes that this world is just way too small, because I've interviewed people from the UK, I've interviewed from Canada, and now as of now I've interviewed probably the biggest Pokemon star in the history in the Philippines. So that's yeah. So yeah, like that's like something that's gonna be like on the record for the pokeNERDS Inc. podcast, and it's like it's gonna be it's just amazing, man. It's absolutely amazing.
Well, thank you for having me, and I'm honored to have kicked off season four now. Gosh.
Yeah, season 4. I mean, I'm gonna try to do 2 more seasons this year, so that way during the next reunion show, there's gonna be a plethora of nerds ready to come back. And I'm gonna try to get a new like new overlay made, so that way this box is gonna be like down there in the corner, while there's a big box over in the upper corner, so that way I can host a plethora of nerds.
Oh gosh. That's gonna be fun to watch, just having all these people on screen.
But yeah, that's that. But I'll talk more about that in a minute. But I want to know if there's any plans that you have for this year that you plan to do in terms of Pokemon. Like, are there any projects that you are thinking about doing or are going to do that you want to spill the beans on?
There's a couple. Well, first of all, I'm going back to Australia.
Yes.
In March. It's Australia, Melbourne is having this event called the Game Expo, which is basically uh it's sort of like a way to feature some small game developers and indie game developers in the country. It's just gonna be a fun time. I'm super excited because it's gonna be the first time I get to go to any convention as a content creator. So that's gonna be another first for me this year. This was a first for me, my first ever podcast, and now I get to go to my first con as a content creator. So I'm super excited for that. And then I'm gonna be doing more. I'm super excited to do more TCG. So I've been opening a lot of TCG lately, both on stream and off stream, and just making videos of it on my YouTube channel. So that's something that I've been steadily trying to work on. And a big project of mine that I'm gonna be working on TCG wise is gonna involve me traveling to different places in the Philippines to visit a lot of shops and featuring different people in the TCG collection community to better introduce what the Philippines is like to TCG collectors all over the world. So that's something that I'm super duper looking forward to doing this year.
That's awesome. That's that's awesome, man. I wish I could buy all those cards for my own sake, but I'm like I said, investing in my tattoo and also other things.
Oh, you
but
gotta.
things I do plan to do this year, of course, is do the podcast. I'm going to be trying to complete seasons 4 and 5 over the course of the year, so hopefully I can recruit 10 more nerds next year or later this year for season 5. Also, I plan to do a shiny lock in Emerald Sea Glass. That's a project that
Oh, I've heard of that.
yeah,
I've heard of that.
you get a shiny charm right out of the gate, so I'm gonna try press my luck with it.
I did not know that.
Yeah, in Sea Glass,
huh?
you go to the PC and you get a shiny charm right out of the gate, and also you can get a second one in Fortress City.
Do they stack?
Yeah, they stack.
What?
Yes. So yeah, and plus there's the radar.
Generous.
Yeah, there's the Dex Nav shiny hunting, so it works really good with that one too.
Holy. No
Hey,
idea.
speaking of nerds, there's the season 3 finale guest right there, Kai.
Hey, Kai.
Yeah, so once I get a layout for that made, I'm gonna do a Sea Glass shiny lock, and I do I gotta get off my butt, and I need to finish the Dark Conquest, which is my series where I've done a dark only Nuzlocke in every like version of the game. I need to complete Omega Ruby because all I gotta do is defeat the champion and I win. But I've procrastinated doing it for the longest time, but I gotta get off my butt and do it. Then I gotta do the final one, which is gonna be Kanto and Johto in Soul Silver. Because you can't find Dark types in Gen 1.
True.
So yeah.
Oh, that makes
So
sense.
yeah, I gotta do that. Let's see, what else do I have up my sleeve that I want to do? What do I have up my sleeve? Oh yeah, like I said, I'm gonna try to go to Worlds. If I can't go, I can't go.
I hope you can.
I hope I can too. I actually have airfare that I didn't use last year that I can still use, so I need to.
Oh yay!
So I can probably get a ticket for a little bit cheaper, but boarding's just gonna be that's gonna be the big dent in my pocket. But yeah, I just want to keep doing what I'm doing on this platform and just keep keep it on, just keep having fun with it because like I will admit that means a lot to me. That means a lot to me, dude. That does. Because I will admit, as a creator, I lost my way for a little bit, and it affected my friendships and affected people, the channel as a whole. But now that I've been back since September, I feel like my channel's been in a lot more positive light, and I've taken a much better direction and everything. So that's what I planned. That's pretty much what I got on my plate. I don't have like anything.
Awesome.
I don't have anything super secret that I'm keeping from everybody, but I try to be as open-ended with everybody as I can. So that's what I got going on. That's what's spewing in my brain right now. So hopefully I can just keep trying to be an advocate for mental health and continue to be
absolutely
a spoken presence in the Pokemon community.
A spoken network, if you will.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that. Okay, so here's the rule of thumb. Guest chooses the raid. So where are we sending the nerds to? Where are we sending the nerd herd today?
Where are we going? Let's see. Oh, what about I have a lot of people. We could go to. Ooh. Oh, but this is so tough.
Just post their name in chat and that's where we'll go.
What about someone doing a 12-hour hunt for a jumbo destiny mark? Oh, because it's their birthday. Oh god, that's the perfect raid.
Oh, sounds good.
Maria? How about Maria?
You mean miraculous?
Miraculous.
Oh yeah, I haven't raid her in a hot minute.
I never get to raid Maria because the time zones.
Well, now you can because you're on my podcast.
Yay!
Okay, so all right, so chat, if you are subscribed to my channel, you can use this raid message. If you are not subscribed to my channel, you can use this raid message. But before we kick off the show, Juddy, I just want to thank you again, once again, for not only taking the time out of your day to let me pick your brain on what makes you the pokenerd you are, but also just being interested in being on the show in general. It genuinely means the world to me, man.
Well, thank you for having me as well. It's been such a major pleasure.
Okay.
To have been here.
But hey, as a reminder, guys, tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, join us once again because pokeNERDS Inc. is going to bring you the 2-year anniversary reunion special with so many nerds coming back to bring you guys yet another amazing show. I'll see you all. Us here at pokeNERDS Inc. will see you all tomorrow, but for now, from pokeNERDS Inc., oh crap. How do you usually end off a stream? What is your like normal raid out call?
I just go like I love you, and I love you. I just call everyone out who's in chat. I tell them I appreciate them.
I see.
I appreciate everyone in chat. Yeah.
I know. I usually say I want to thank you all again for choosing the back alley as your place to hang out. Stay safe, stay strong. I'll see you all in the next one. Till next time, you nerds. But after every podcast, I like to say this in honor of the True Turbo: stay safe, stay rockin', stay true to yourself. I'll see you guys tomorrow, but from all of us here at pokeNERDS Inc. for now, it's bye-bye time. So thank you all for tuning into this podcast, and I'll see you all tomorrow for the 2-year anniversary special. So bye-bye. Bye-bye.